The trust is signed. Now you decide what actually goes into it. House, savings, retirement. One of those can cost you more to move in than to leave out. You've been feeding that retirement account for 19 years, and the pen is already in your hand. Every line on the schedule is blank. So you start writing. It looks like a list to finish. It is a test. Stop on the word funding. It means connecting what you own to the trust you signed. It sounds like one action. Move everything. There's more than one way to do it. You put it in the trust name, so the paperwork names the trustee, the one who holds it for the trust. That is retitling. You name the trust on a form you can still change, so it receives the asset later. Who owns it doesn't change today. Or you leave it where it sits, on purpose. That connects nothing. 3 choices. The blank space makes them look the same. An asset you leave out is still yours. If nothing else moves it when you die, it goes through probate, the court process. An asset you move the wrong way doesn't wait for you to die. Some moves count as a sale or a payout the moment you make them, and the tax bill lands that same year. Putting a bank account, a brokerage account, or your house into a revocable living trust does not. The empty line announces itself. The wrong line stays quiet. So run the test on every line before you write it. 3 questions. 1. Does this asset already have a beneficiary named on it? That form can decide who gets it when you die. If it does, and they're still living, it may already have its own way around probate. 2. Does changing the owner set anything off? Did you get a tax break for putting money in? Some assets get taxed the moment they change hands. Some have a rule about who's allowed to own them at all. 3. Does this asset lose something when your own name comes off it? A protection, a tax break, a benefit you qualify for. The page stops being a list and starts being a sort. Run it on the line you'd write in without thinking. Your retirement account. Question 1. The beneficiary form answers it. That form can decide who gets this account. Question 2. Put a traditional IRA in the trust name while you're alive, and it stops being an IRA. The law says that account exists for one individual's benefit. Move it in, and the law counts the amount you moved as paid out to you that same year. Question 3. It loses that break. There's no clean undo. If that line is already on your page, you were trying to do this right. 2 more accounts land the same way. A 401k balance, which federal law says can't be signed over, and a health savings account, which the law already makes a trust for one person. 3 accounts. Other lines can lose a protection depending on how the trust is written. You heard a trust belongs in your retirement account. A trust can be named on the beneficiary form, where that fits your plan. Naming it there and moving the account into the trust name are 2 different acts. One takes effect after you die and moves nothing today. The other changes who owns the account now. The word funding gets used for both. The retirement account and the house both end up connected to your trust through different doors. Only one of them moved. Your lender is under one rule. Whoever inherits is under another. The first is your lender. Move a mortgaged home into a revocable living trust, and federal law generally stops the bank from demanding the loan back all at once. That exception is narrow. 4 units or fewer. A home you live in. You stay a beneficiary, and nobody else gains the right to live there. The lender can require notice if that changes. Reverse mortgages are out. Run that list against your own house before you count on it. The second is whoever inherits. A trust named on a retirement account has rules of its own. Miss them, and the money can come out faster and on harder terms than you pictured. They find that out holding a form, exactly like you are now. Why is a wrongly funded asset worse than an unfunded one? Because moving one of those 3 can count as a payout this year, and leaving it out does not. That's 3 accounts, not the whole page. What decides whether a given asset belongs in the trust? You run the same 3 questions. Whether it has a beneficiary, whether moving it triggers anything, whether it loses something by leaving your name. What is the first thing to check on your own schedule? The 3 accounts, then every line with a form behind it.
So sort the page. 3 groups. Assets that move into the trust name, assets that reach the trust later because you named it on a form you can still change and stay exactly where they sit, and assets that stay out on purpose with a reason you can give the attorney. Then take that sorted page to an estate planning attorney licensed in your state. Ask them to check your work instead of starting from nothing. The house was never the hard part. The account you've been faithful to for 19 years, the one you were proudest to write down, that's the hard part. The blank line was a question, not an instruction. Hey, if you have any questions you'd like for us to answer, leave them in the comments. We'll do a video on the most requested questions. And as usual, if you've learned anything, like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one.